So we were here today to hear really the words of Todd and Sammy. And I have to tell both of you that you are my heroes, and you are why Peter Zosky did this. You are. Nobody else. And behind them, of course, are the incredible literacy workers, the tutors. And to me, they're the unsung heroes. So please let's hear it for the tutors. Before I read the poems, I've done Peter's tournaments a lot, like up north in the frozen. Today was the worst weather, okay, ever. It's worse than Rankin Inlet and Pond Inlet and Cambridge Bay. But I just wanted to mention a little something about Peter, because sometimes I think, I know in New Brunswick this year they were going to have a Peter Zosky golf tournament, and they decided not to do it because of their funding being cut. So they're just doing a banquet the night before, and I'm just so afraid that Peter's name will get forgotten somehow, sometimes, if the golf tournaments don't keep going. I don't think they will. But what some of you, I think maybe those of us who knew Peter, it wasn't just a cause that he picked. His mom was a children's librarian, and he was the son of a single parent, and he spent lots and lots and lots of hours in libraries during his life. And what books were to him and what reading was to him, he really believed that unless we had a voice, we didn't have a choice in our lives. And so literacy was about empowering us, all of us, to be able to have a voice and a place. And I wouldn't be here in front of you if it wasn't for Peter Zosky and the CBC, other people in the CBC, because I was a young single parent with 2 children who went back to university as an adult learner after a little bit of a hard time in my 20s, and when my second book came out, Peter Zosky interviewed me on national radio, and that was back in the day, and CBC still does it, where they believe in supporting the voices of people in their communities. So not only do I have a personal thank you to the committee this year for asking me, I feel like every time I'm here, Peter is with me. And he became a good friend, and he really believed deeply. It wasn't just a cause, it was like, look how hopeful these stories are, and people have to see the courage and the bravery. So enough, I know you didn't need that big long speech from me, but I just want you to know that he's not with us, but he is so with us. He is so with us. So he always liked it, he used to say, go for it, kid. He always called me kid, I don't know why. That picture of me in the book, by the way, I was 35, I'm almost 60. I know, sorry to disappoint, I don't even know who that person is. I'm 60 now. I'm with one glam shot in my life, okay? So anyway, Peter always liked it if I did one funny poem and one serious poem. So you have to help me with the first one, okay? Now I had maybe less than an hour to do both of these. So we came today to Sherwood, okay? So I couldn't help but playing a little bit with that word. So this is going to be a call and refrain poem, and when I go like this, I want you to say, Sherwood, okay? Got it? Got it? Do you get it? It's a pun, okay? It's words. Okay. So it was such an optimistic, jubilant band of merry men and women sauntered forth through Sherwood Forest with a green, green field, high hopes, and a day before us. There was CBC and Delta, Gillis, KPMG, I can't get through all of them, NSPGI, all here to support the PGI with Wire Wildflower, US Local 56, all of us going drip, 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 drip. Would you like to golf?
Sure would.
Would you like to see literacy in action?
Sure would.
Would you like an umbrella?
Sure would.
A hole-in-one?
Sure would.
Sing karaoke?
Sure would.
Would you like to come in out of the rain?
Sure would.
Some Baileys in that coffee?
Sure would.
So we went swimming today in a sea of green under a sky that poured down upon us in Sherwood Forest. It was hard for this poet not to see a metaphor before us here in the deep green sea of Sherwood Forest. But every drop of rain could be the teardrops of those who have no choice because they have no voice, because they have no words. Sherwood. Think shore words. Shore words. Shore in this world, but the world of the work of the world is never done. Would you like this to happen next year?
Sure would.
Would you like all our learners to have happy ever afters?
Sure would.
Will you be back?
Sure
will. Not very much time, and I'm going to finish with this one, and I don't even know if it makes sense because I can't read my own writing sometimes. But it's called Rain-Washed Optimism on an Autumn Day in June. The water lilies in the pond couldn't open up today because no sun shone down upon them. Did you see them? Like a row of stick people lined up along the banks of that pond, straining their necks as if to see something up there, out there, just beyond the lip of the pond. They were there, those water lilies. Did you see them? They were there, and they will open, and they will bloom forth. And there were leaves of rhododendron, or maybe they were leaves of azalea, I'm not sure which, beige and pink and coral, bushes of confetti, bushes that ambush the gray of this day, reminding us that color like this is radiant, luminescent, and it doesn't need the sun to shine. The beauty is there, regardless. There were water lilies in that pond today that could not open, but they were there, and they will bloom. They will bloom. And we are here, regardless. We are here, regardless. We like our days to be sunny, but we like our grass green too. And we know our lives are comprised of all of it, and everything in between, the sun and the rain and the gray of the day. And the learners are there regardless, and their teachers are there regardless, and they need us regardless. So, with our rain-washed optimism and a kind of jubilation that comes from a book opening, a page turning, a water lily opening to the sun under a rain-washed sun, we will be here. We are here, regardless.